The new Whirlpool W collection with Sixth Sense technology that fully guides you to achieve perfect results. Whirlpool, sensing the difference.
Very welcome back. Now, forget the calories. We have the perfect meal for a Saturday evening in front of the Voice Kids.
Yes, Martin O'Donnell from the 12 Hotel in Galway is in charge of the kitchen today. Good morning, chef, and welcome back.
Welcome back, Martin.
Thank you so much. It's great to be back.
6 months, has it?
Yeah, very close, very close. Early March was the last time.
Wow. And you're back with an American classic, fried chicken.
Oh, one of my favourites.
Absolutely.
Absolutely one of my favourites.
Well, this is going to be fancy.
This is not going to be any old fried chicken,
no,
is it?
Not.
Definitely not. This is one of... during lockdown, we created it. When everywhere else was closed, we were still open. And everyone was asking us for fried chicken. So we said, OK. So we spent weeks and weeks developing it, getting the crust right and getting everything organised. So we got there in the end.
And you stayed open, Martin, doing takeaways and cocktails and all that kind of stuff on the go.
We did. So we did a click and collect service in the hotel. So people could order online. They could phone in, pay online, pull up to the hotel. The food would be popped into the boot of the car, so it was contactless. And it was absolutely amazing.
Brilliant.
Wow.
Yeah, it was absolutely
amazing
brilliant.
how clever all the hotels and restaurants got.
They've had to. They've had to.
Adjust.
Yeah.
So
you're
just with the chicken. So what we were doing was buying the best chicken we could. So this one is corn-fed Irish chicken.
Okay.
Free range is great. The best you can buy, whatever it is. And we have some lovely Irish buttermilk. So we marinate the chicken in the buttermilk. So it's kind of important with the chicken that it comes on the bone for me, or you buy it on the bone. For me, it really gives that lovely flavour. I've cut each piece, so this is actually one portion of chicken, and you can see that they're all cut very similar size, so they all cook at a very similar rate. Yeah. So just pop them in the buttermilk. We'll come back to those. So,
So how long do you want to leave that for?
I would leave it overnight if I had a good chance,
Okay.
and if not, a couple hours is fine, Simon, just to get the buttermilk marinating.
Okay.
Lovely.
So we're going to move on to the crust, and as I said, this was a tough one. We spent weeks and weeks trying to get this right. Tasting it, no, not right. So we've come up with what we reckon is the perfect one. So we have plain flour, 200 grams of plain flour, 100 grams of panko breadcrumbs, and 100 grams of corn flour. And the corn flour gives it that lovely crispiness. The panko gives it like the texture that most people are familiar with.
Yes.
And then we have all the spices, and I even had to write them down because we have so many. So we have curry, cumin, oregano. We have oregano is a really lovely one. We have some lemon pepper.
Very good.
Garlic powder.
Now, could you substitute a few of these at home, Martin? Excuse me.
You could, Anna, but as I said, we spent a while getting this right.
So this is
yeah, do you know.
I can smell it from over here.
precious recipe.
It is. I think when you get something right, it's you know, because what you could do is make it like that. Use half and keep half in the press. So you know, you don't necessarily have to use it all together at the same time.
Very good.
So very, very easy. It's very simple. The recipes are online and stuff, so it is there. So we just get the.
So all your dry ingredients in together.
All the dry in.
Okay.
Very simple. So now we have our buttermilk chicken. We have our flour. Both are ready to go.
Okay.
So pop on a glove, and again, these gloves are great. Pop them on, pop them off. We use them all the time in the hotel. So the thing is with the spice and the batter, you don't want it too flavoursome, because what will happen is when the chicken comes back out of the fryer, when it's cooked, it's going to look red, it's going to look burnt. So we're just going to pop this one in to our fryer. So little fryer. Now it's set at 150 degrees. Again, this was weeks of playing, trying as it's on the bone. So maybe if it's off the bone, it'll be a little bit quicker. But we have discovered that
150 is the way to go.
Is the ideal, and 12 minutes. And I have a little timer there on the side that we always used to use. And a little probe.
If you don't have a deep fat fryer, Martin, is there another way to do this? Not really.
You could order from the 12, but...
You know what? I made this recently at home, and I used the pan and shallow fried them in the pan, which is a nice quantity of oil. The thing is, you need a bit of a thermometer to make sure your oil is at the right temperature.
Okay, you're not going
to
to burn
burn it. Too early, it's not going to cook.
Yeah.
And just talking about thermometers, this little guy is the best thing I've ever bought. In that big blue house up the road, €10. You can actually stick this in and set it, and it'll beep when the chicken is cooked.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really great. Or you can stick it in and it'll tell you instantly. So
what's it called, Martin?
It's a thermometer, but the great thing is you can stick it to the side of the oven like that, and you can actually put this into the oven. So even here, if you're doing a roast chicken, you can actually put that in the chicken and stick it to the outside of the oven.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very handy.
And it's great. Clever. It's really good. For 10 or 12 euros, absolutely well worth it.
Okay.
You know?
So 12 minutes at 150.
12 minutes, 150.
Right.
Set your timer. Away you go.
Okay.
What do you serve with fried chicken? For me, it's a potato salad. So we're going to do a really simple chorizo potato salad. A bit more healthy because there's going to be no mayonnaise in it.
Okay.
So we're going to fry off our chorizo. You get that lovely oils coming up. You get the oils coming out of it. And we have some just cooked potatoes. Could be from last night's dinner that are left over. Very simple. And all we're going to do is crush them into it.
Okay.
And, of course, Simon's favourite.
Oh my God, this butter. Where?
A little bit of butter.
Oh, this is a special Irish butter.
Oh, that's
is the
the
good
butter.
So we just put a little teaspoon. Quinnog Irish butter, readily available, all the supermarkets and stuff. It's country house butter.
It comes in that roll, does it?
Yeah.
In foil. Okay.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
So really, really delicious. But any good butter is the same. Any real Irish butter.
Okay.
They're all kind of developing. They're all getting that little bit better at the time. But you can see we're just sauteing off our chorizo here. So it just gets that lovely, releases all the oils. We're going to crush the potatoes. Again, nice and simple. We're not going
You
to
said
go...
there's no mayonnaise in this salad.
I'm not going to. I'm just going to serve a nice little warm potato salad. Something nice, light. So no mayonnaise, a little bit easy.
As someone who doesn't really love mayonnaise, that's a lovely idea.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So it's just different because you have enough oils coming out of the chorizo. They're cooking away there. They're releasing all the paprikas.
And they do release a lot of juice.
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And again, the better you buy, the better it'll taste.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's very simple. These are potatoes that we cooked last night. So maybe you cook some for dinner. Maybe you had roast potatoes. Again, it's a lovely way of using up some of the bits that are sometimes left over.
2 minutes left, chef.
Super. So we'll just get that one going. We're going to get it fried off. Right.
Smell.
So I have given you some little sweet cucumber pickles. That's
Yes,
a
you
lovely
have.
addition because that cuts the fattiness of the fried chicken. So fried chicken obviously is deep fried. And sometimes if you're eating fried chicken and chips and coleslaw, everything can come quite heavy. So that vinegar in there, even if you only eat one or two, it cuts it. That's just a lovely Cajun-style mayonnaise. Oh. So,
Cajun style.
with the power
It's a
of...
lovely way to serve it in those little dishes, isn't it?
Very cool. Oh, look at this
Look at
now.
this.
Have you not made Franna now?
Oh, she's
Oh,
in
he's
the
gagged,
oven,
Mark.
sir.
Yeah.
Gags never stop. He's gagged.
4 months, Simon, I missed you. I missed you.
I know, yeah. Like a whole
Watch it every morning thinking
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
taking my time. So. I do better. But anyways.
Oh, Lord.
So after 12 minutes, what we would usually do is we just let it up, let it drain off. And this rack is lovely because it just, any excess oil that's actually in it can just drain off and relax nice and simply.
Okay.
So, Anna, as the lady, we're going to present you.
This is a nice way to do it. This is
So it's
very
very nice,
gastro-pubby.
very nice little box.
Very cool.
So just pop your chicken
Very
in.
cool.
Very nice.
Don't know whether you get all the rest of that chicken into that box, did you? Did you get all 4 pieces in there?
No, I passed.
Slide it down.
Thank
Slide
you.
it.
Thank you, chef.
Sure.
Is this
Wow,
the
look
way you
at this.
serve it in the hotel, Martin?
That's the way we did it during lockdown. We
Yeah.
had corn on the
Very
cob on the
clever.
side that was roasted in chili. We had coleslaw. We had potatoes. So again, it's everyone is their own choice. So
Right, well, in the interests of the nation who are holding their breath to know what this is like.
Go on, dig in.
when you get that lovely kind of
I'm digging.
crispiness coming through, I think the crust is the most important. So as I was saying earlier, if you feel that the crust is becoming that little bit too red or a little bit brownish, it just kind of a bit too much spices in your flour mix. So a little bit less of the flour or the spices in the flour actually works a lot better.
Okay.
That's so
But
good.
it's about trying and testing it and getting it right, isn't it?
Not really once you follow the
You've
recipe.
done it?
I've done it hundreds
done
and
the work.
hundreds and hundreds
Okay.
and hundreds of times during
That is
lockdown.
fantastic.
Thank you.
That's a great recipe.
Thank you, Martin.
chef.
Thank you
I'm
so
going to wait
much.
for the break to eat.
Wow.
Full recipe details
I'm
are up
not.
on our website, or of course, Martin will be only too delighted to look after you if you call into him in the 12 Hotel in Barna.
Now, still to come, Love Island star Shauna Phillips will be chatting to us, plus myself and Young Power are putting our football knowledge to the test. God bless all here. See you in a minute.
The new Whirlpool W collection with Sixth Sense technology that fully guides you to achieve perfect results. Whirlpool, sensing the difference.